Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is 12 to 15 days, 61 days of Icad. Today I stuck all my cards on my surface, very close together, like touching, so that it looks like one page, because I just wanted to do a whole piece and then separately add my focal points instead of having it too far apart. So I'm starting off with some acrylic markers. These are by Pointer. They have lovely colors except white and black, which is very interesting. And then I'm going over the whole thing with acrylic paint, just rolling it with a brayer. For a change, I wanted some texture and some more interest. And it does give, like, when you touch it, it's nice and rough, it's not smooth. And now I'm adding blue in certain areas and then going over that with a brayer, and I really like how that looked, but it was too intense, so I'm going to push it back a bit. I put too much on that side. I'm going to push it back a bit with some white on the brayer and just add that white in those areas. I still had too much white on my brayer, so just took some off. Just love the texture the brayer gives. Now here I'm adding some more blue, but only in certain areas. And I really liked how that looked, so I thought, hey, let's do it again, but with a different color. I was going to keep going, but then I liked the effect it gave, so I just stopped. Now I'm going to add cold red. It's metallic. I love how it looks. I hardly use it. I love it. But I don't know, maybe it's because it's so rich, I don't use it much. But I wanted to use it some more today, just to see what kind of vibes it'll give and how it would look. And I love it. So I'm just putting that in certain places, just to add and slightly cover some areas, but more, just to add a nice, lovely effect. And I'm trying to decide where else I should add it. So during this process, I stood up sometimes just to get a different angle, because where I sit is different from the top-down view. So sometimes I got up as well to lean over it so I could see how it looks from the top down. But yeah. And then sometimes I would pick up the whole thing and look at it from a distance, because the perspective is very different and you see it very differently depending on where you look at it, whatever your painting is. I actually was looking up why do artists paint upright, because they have the easel and they would stand or sit painting, or they would put it on a wall. And I tried it 1 or 2 times, but I actually did a sip and paint. Somebody held a sip and paint and I went to it and it was on the easel and it was fine. At first I was like, gosh, we have to do this like, upright. But it was fine. But I don't know, I think I like painting flat on a surface or even at a slight angle. And then I would pick up my piece and look at it from a distance, or lean it up somewhere, look at it, and then bring it back. But yeah. And I was asking myself, does that mean like you're not a real artist? I know it sounds silly, but anyway, I was just thinking about it and wondering, maybe I should try doing more upright painting, or I don't know. So here I'm just lightening some areas, and I'm trying to do it on both cards at the same time to create some kind of I'm going to try to say the word continuity. Yeah, even though they're all going to be separate pieces, separate cards. But I just wanted to do something abstract-ish. So this is my attempt. I'm adding some white, trying to brighten up those areas, and trying to decide if I want to add black, because we already have some dark areas, some of the colors are already mid tone and kind of darkish, so I'm thinking, should I? Here I'm using the brayer to soften some of the areas instead of just trying to blend it out with my cloth or my sponge. I tried using the brayer to see what kind of effect it would give, and I liked it very much. I need to clean my brayer though. But do any of you paint upright? Do you create, with your easel standing up or sitting upright, or do you prefer a flat surface or slightly raised? Let me know. It would be cool to know, how you create and what you prefer and why. Yeah, that'll be really cool. Here I am mixing up some black with some blue with a touch of red. So I actually did decide to add some darkness, but not just raw black. So I'm just gonna mix that in and get it nice and dark, and then add it to my cards. The brush that I'm using is very small, and the tip of it, it's, how to put it, boy, it's very jagged and harsh. I don't know if that's the correct word, but it's really fibrous. It's not soft at all. So I'm using that to help me make the different marks. It obviously would make different marks than if I used that stuff with a brush. And I'm holding it loosely and just dragging, the drag and roll, which I love. And I'm just adding those marks using this nice rough but small brush. I'm also trying to put in area, I'm trying to balance off some of the areas where I'm putting it. So I had some on the left there and there was nothing on the right, so I'm just trying to add something on the right so it will not be too heavy on the left. So that's how I add my marks. I try to help it be a little balanced so it's not too heavy on one side or too heavy on top, or yeah. So I'm using my Posca Deco color markers. This is also acrylic paint, and I'm just adding some more marks. I like to see those thinner lines in between the thicker, heavier ones. I just think it's so yummy. So I'm just adding some of that color, because luckily I had that color, the same that's on the card. And I'm just adding it throughout all the cards just to add some more character to my cards. So I had some excess paint on my tip, so I thought I'd just shake it off, and I was like, yes, let's do some of the splashes. And I'm just picking up some of the excess that came off on the side there. I just dip into it and shake it off, so we have less wastage, right? Now it's time to add some black. I'm bringing my stencils to use as a focal point. I pulled out a couple ladies, and these are going to be center stage today. So I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put them, and then I'm going to add them in and neaten up any edges that were a bit rough. Now I'm trying to decide if to add anything to her left eye because it's just all black. But I'm not sure how to do it or what to do, and I don't want to spoil it and try to fix it after. So, hesitation, and there we go. I hesitated a lot, but I did it. And then I was like, okay, it's not too bad. You know, she's looking off to the side and she looks so sulky. You know, she looks like... And then I thought I'd widen up her nose because it was so tiny. But she looks so, you know, like a child who got buff up. And they vex with you and they're watching your side eye. But you know, if you catch them, they're in trouble because watching somebody's side eye is very rude. She looks so sulky. I was like, "Aww." Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just found it was really cool. It kind of, I don't know, it's like her facial expression to really match her hairstyle though. Like, her hairstyle is too cool for that face. Anyway. But I like her. She's just too cute. I mean, you know, she's so upset and I just laughing. How mean is that? Anyway. So this lady's gonna come down below. She is super sultry and sexy. Oh my goodness. But I'm gonna add her. I was thinking of adding some more something after the stenciling, but I said, you know, this is enough. This is it. It's cool. I'm gonna just let it be it. And let the abstract shine through their faces. On the one on top, she kind of looks like a ghost because of how white that area is. Or I should say light. And then this one, I tried to mix in some blue in between the black because I didn't want her to be just black. Although at the end, she kind of just looks black. But I was trying to make it kind of a super dark blue. Blue-black. Or would it be black-blue? Anyway, and then I thought, let's give her some of that color, the gold red. Let's do her lips like that. And I was like, ah! You see? Did you see my hands? I was so excited. I'm still excited. She just looks so sexy. Wow. And then I was thinking, should I outline it in black so I could see it more? But then I thought, nah, I'll just leave it so. And then she didn't have a nose, so I kind of guesstimated where her nose would be, and it looks a little off. Like, it seems okay in line with her eyes, but her lips seems, I don't know. But then I was just like, whatever, you know, it's fine. So I just gave her 2 little dots for her nose, because she didn't have any. I mean, she looked good without it, but I thought she should have a nose. Just neatening up her hairline and darkening it a bit. Giving her a side face, that jawline, and that is, nope, that's not it yet. Then I'm going to add some white in some of those areas on the left side, those 2 cards on the left. I was trying to figure out what focal point I should put on those 2. So while I was thinking that, I decided to lighten up some of those areas. And I also thought, let's add some more contrast on this one because it's so, I don't know, it just felt kind of blandish-ish, sort of. So I just added some of the darker blue in some areas, kind of blended it very, very, very slightly, just to add something extra. And that is pretty much it. I'm done. I like the yellow. I really wasn't planning to use yellow, but I'm happy that I did. I really like these cards. I think I like that way, that angle. This one not bad too. This one, yeah. I think I like the other way. And here's Miss Sulky, who's so sad and so angry. She looks so angry. And then Miss Hottie. And that's it for my cards. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!